Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America. And hello to anybody watching on replay. If you're here, go ahead and drop me a little note. I will get to see that as I'm crafting. You can ask me any questions. I will try to answer them. If I don't know the answer off the top of my head, I will track it down and get back to you. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And today I'm going to make a card for you based on, whoops, see if I can do this without dropping everything everywhere. I pulled out this week's Mojo Monday Sketch Challenge, which is one of my longtime favorite sketch challenges out there. This is not Stampin' Up! Specific sketch challenge. So if you go to the website that I will have linked to this video and the blog post about this video tomorrow, you'll see projects featuring products from all kinds of paper crafting companies. But I like to take this challenge and make it with Stampin' Up! Products. This week I'm really focused on using the Peony Garden Suite. I have really enjoyed it, and I find that making one thing kind of leads me to making more and more, so I decided to just go with it and keep creating with it this week. And you can see that the suite itself focuses on these really soft grays and petal pink, and here they're showing a few other colors. But today I decided to take a very modern or contemporary roll on it. Hi, Nikki. Glad you could join me today. So yeah, I'm gonna have some fun here playing with color and texture. And I'm gonna start, I think, I've got a soft seafoam card base, and I wanna jazz it up a little bit. I'm gonna use from the suite the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder, and I'm going to add a little ink to it. This is Pretty Peacock, and I'm just gonna rub, my sponge dauber has a pretty good amount of ink on it, and I'm just rubbing it across all the raised up texture. So one side is pretty smooth and the other side is raised up and pushes into the cardstock to raise the design. But if I put the ink on the smooth side, I would get a lot of ink on the flat parts of the design. But I just want a little bit of ink. So I'm going to do this on the raised up part. So we're going to actually have, instead of an embossed card base, we're going to wind up with a debossed card base, if that makes sense. So now I'm going to see if I can get this in here reasonably straight, because this pattern is quite straight. I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to make sure this side is pretty clean, since I've run this through a time or two testing it. And my chamois was pretty dry there, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay. Get that pretty straight on there. And I'm going to run it through my cutting and embossing machine over here. see what we come up with. Oh, it's not quite all the way to the top, but I think that'll work. Okay, so there's the effect I've got. It's pretty, you can see it, it's got good pattern, it's got color, but I'll show you a sample piece I ran. Got a couple sample pieces. This one I did the same way, and it came out basically the same, so that's good. Where's the other one I did? This is on white, but I did it where I ran the stamp pad itself over the bumpy side of the embossing folder, and the ink is much darker and a little blotchier. So I like using the sponge dauber to lightly put that on. We're going to hold on to that for a minute. So there's the card base, and it's got a strip that goes across the back there and another strip that goes across here. So for those, I picked out Pretty Peacock, which goes right with that ink that we put on the back there. And then this is Pool Party. Need to get a cleaner cut there. But I thought I would add some texture to both of these as well. So this one I'm going to run through with, this is Old World paper. And I will just run that through here. Again, just to add a little more visual interest, I could do it embossed or debossed. Do embossed, I think. And then this one, I think I'm going to go ahead and put a sentiment on it. Using this Happy Birthday from Itty Bitty Birthdays. Clean. And that's in Pretty Peacock. And then I'm going to go ahead and emboss that one too with this Tasteful Textile. And we'll see, it may just be a hot mess with all of this, but I think it's going to be pretty cool. Okay, so my goodness, can't get anything straight. Okay, so there are those three base elements. And now I'm going to put together, I've cut out one of these peonies. And this is Magenta Madness and Daffodil Delight for the pistils, the flower center. And I'm going to add a little bit of sponging, I think, to this, just for a little more dimension on it. This is Magenta Madness ink pad and a sponge dauber. That and it's not a whole lot, but just a little bit to get a little color dimension. Just right around those edges. So how's your weekend going? Your week going? Hi, Jolene. I'm making a card. It is based on this sketch challenge where you're supposed to use the different shape elements as your inspiration. It doesn't have to be exact, and it's written for US measurements, so my measurements are a little bit different. This is what I've got so far. I've got the card base and the 2 background strips, and I've embossed each of them with a different embossing folder. And now I'm going to put together this peony flower that I think I found yesterday. Actually, it works better, believe it or not. Everyone keeps showing it starting from the biggest one, but I think it works better to assemble this way. So again, I just put a couple of drops of glue on either side of this notch where everything's going to line up really and truly. So those all line up like that. And then this one goes in here. This is a new bottle of glue and it comes out fast. And I want to close up this stamp pad or I'll get my hand in it. And then finally, this layer. That's enough to hold it together. I don't know if you can see. Let me look on my monitor. There's where we sponged, you can see a little difference in shading. It's a little bit subtle, but that's okay. I'm gonna put a dot of glue on the back of here and slide that in here. There we go. So there's the flower, and I'm gonna spend a minute here. Whoops. Okay, it looks okay. My screen just reloaded, but it looks like it's doing okay. Hi Freya, how are you? So there's the flower. Get rid of that. And then the next element we have is the scallop circle and the inner circle. So I have, I chose, this is just jade color. And then I kept debating about whether it should be the soft seafoam again or the whisper white, and I keep leaning towards the whisper white just to help that pop a little more. Good. Yeah. What do you guys think? The soft seafoam or the whisper white? I'm waiting for the Facebook replay, or the Facebook has a delay. You know, I do it and then I have to wait 30 seconds or so for it to catch up. You say seafoam. Yeah, I didn't think so, but now when I look at it on the monitor, it's less jarring, isn't it? Okay. I don't know if Nikki's still watching, if she has an opinion, but we're going to do seafoam. Now the question is, seafoam like that or seafoam like that? Yeah, I'm thinking with the pattern. Anyone have with the pretty peacock? But I think I'm going to keep it turned. I'm not sure it matters because not so much shows, but anyway, I'm going to glue it on there. So, okay, let's get some of these glued down. Sometimes it's fun to take these elements that were designed for a certain kind of look. Like this is old world, and this was very, you know, this very classic and classy look to this suite. And then, where's the other one? That this old world paper is with this other very sort of masculine, classical style of suite, and then just really change it up and do something much more contemporary and modern. So now the question is, keep it going the same way as everything else, or rotate it? Again, it's so small, I don't think it matters. I think we'll just do it the same way. This one's going across 3 different layers, so I'm doing more glue than I usually would, just so that I'm sure some of it adheres everywhere. Okay, so we're doing it this way. And this, I've curved it a bit to get a little more dimension out of it, and I'm gonna do a little more futzing with it a bit to get a little more 3D effect, maybe. Although I do realize that every time I stick it in an envelope and put it in the mail, it's gonna just do its own thing. But to keep that kind of curve in there, I'm going to use some dimensionals. And for those who don't know, these are double-sided foam adhesive. And I'm going to kind of strip off the end here, I think. And put that up the middle. And that will adhere it on here, but help it keep that curved dimension to it. Like so. And then just trying to decide about some leaves. So again, with the dies that coordinate with all this, I cut out some leaves. And these are the 2-piece leaves. And I've got the adhesive sheets on the back of the top layer, so they're much easier to adhere than putting bits of glue on. And really much easier. To go on this side, I think. And what else? Leaves or no leaves? I think yes. Hi, Beck. Yes, I will hold it up. I can hold it up now even. You can weigh in here. What do you think? Leaves? Whoops. And it'll be on tomorrow's blog post too, Nikki. Yep, I think I like the leaves just like that. How are you feeling, Beck? Are you like that, huh, Freya? It's pretty fun to do. So, I think all that's left is perhaps a little bling. Let's see what we got here. I'm wondering, I have these, they're retired now, but I think those are supposed to be soft seafoam. And these are iridescent. Oh, she's impressed with the 3D effect. Yeah, that's right. Not much energy back, I bet. Yeah, so I'm just looking to see. Trying to decide between the sequins and I've got the in color enamel dots either in the jade, which is what this background color is, or the magenta. Yeah, I'm thinking those are just too, yeah. Hey, Roseanne, nice to see you. I'm gonna go with this. Does that help, Nikki? If I get it up here a little bit more? Trying to decide if it needs. If it needs another one there. Yeah, Roseanne, are you back in Scottsdale or are you still in Philly? I know we're not supposed to do 4. Oops. My Facebook just reloaded again. Oh, I think I'm stuck with that. I think I'm gonna call it good there. What do y'all think? So that is my card. That's my take on this sketch challenge. Playing with the Peony Garden and trying to bust out of the Suite's color scheme into something more contemporary. Yeah, I really like this whole suite. It's very versatile. I think you can do a whole bunch of things, and hopefully You are seeing that on my blog this week, as I'm using it. Hello Gladys, I'm glad you popped in. And yeah, that's my project for this week. I will be back next week, same time, same place. Hopefully you guys can join me. If you have any requests for products or projects you'd like me to do, let me know. I'm happy to try to oblige that. If you live in Australia and you need a Stampin' Up demonstrator, or you have any questions about Stampin' Up products or how to join and get a 20 to 25% discount on everything you buy, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm at nancysniftynotes.com. And from there you can find all kinds of contact info for me. You can message me through my Facebook page. Leave me a comment on YouTube if you like. I will get back to you. Like and follow my Nancy's Nifty Note page on Facebook, subscribe to me on YouTube, and sign up for my mailing list on nancysniftynotes.com. Other than that, I will see you next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.